My mother used to say, Merisha, you must learn to stretch your money. And who would have known that that advice would be so important right now? Worried about money? Well, let's talk about how you can stretch it. I'm Merisha Stevenson, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can stretch your money over the coming months to pay as many bills as possible. Number one, this is a time for a bills review. Go through your bills, your bank statements, and work out whether those subscriptions can be cancelled or lessened, whether you need to speak to your utility company about bringing down your gas and electric, and speak to anyone who you pay money out to on a regular basis to see how you can negotiate a lower payment. Companies right now are going to want something because it's better than nothing. So if paying less is going to suit you better than paying nothing at all, they will give you some help. And that includes ensuring that you speak to your bank and your landlord if you're worried about running into trouble. Remember, for the banks, they cannot add to your financial burden. So if they've been giving you bank charges for late payments or for bank's direct debits, it could be that you get that money back for anything that's happened in the last 12 months if you explain to them what your situation is. Number two, this is the time to plan your meals. Because it's often the case that when we don't know what we're going to eat, it's easy for us to order in that takeaway. And yes, you still can get a takeaway even though the big boys are all closed. So this is the time to plan your meals out for the week, to shop with intention in order to create less wastage, to think about preparing whole food meals, which probably allow them to stretch a little bit further, and to think about how you can turn tonight's dinner into leftover tomorrow's lunch. It doesn't sound glamorous, but actually it can be really tasty ways to feed your family, and you'll save money on those takeaways. And talking about saving money on takeaways, this is the time to reduce any unnecessary spend. So that monthly online shop for that new outfit or for those new shoes, you can forget it for now. Why? Because we're not going anywhere anyway. So it's not like you're going to have to show up to the next networking event looking fly. Actually, you only have to worry about staying in your house and keeping the bills down. Number three, this is a great time to sort stuff out and sell what you do not want or need. This is when the old Christmas present that you didn't like, or actually the birthday present that's never been able to fit you, could be a really good money spinner by getting it online. Lots of people right now are buying online and looking for bargains. So if you've got one sitting right in your household, now is the time to think about getting rid of it. The post offices are still open, so it doesn't stop you from posting a package out. And you can assure your customers that actually you are following hygiene rules when doing so they are not offended or worried, rather, about purchasing from you. But now's the time to clear out and sell and get that side hustle going. Whatever crafty thing that you have the ability to do, now is a really great time to get on with it. You've got time on your hands. So if you can make jewellery, or maybe you make clothes, or maybe you're a great knitter or something of that nature, it's a great time to do that and think about selling those products. You want to sell your old stuff and get that side hustle going as soon as possible, because we've got a month before the next month end kicks in and we're going to have to pay those bills again. Let's see if we can get some extra money in the meantime. Number four is all about staying on top of your available funds and your available balance. This is a really good time to keep an eye on your bank balance and not bury your head in the sand. Now, this is when using money management apps could be really useful. My personal favourite is Money Dashboard, because not only does it show me how much money I have across all of my accounts, including any credit cards that you may have, but in addition to that, it will also help you predict what your outgoings are from those accounts based on the previous spend. So it will see when you pay your mortgage or when you pay your phone bill, and it will help you to see what's due to come out when. That can help you stay ahead of the game. So don't bury your head in the sand, keep your eye on that available balance. And finally, number 5. Now, if it's really a struggle to get through this period, you may need to think about borrowing, but please do borrow as an absolute last resort. That could mean applying for a credit card, or that could mean asking your bank for a loan or an extended overdraft. Whilst it's not ideal, it's actually worth doing if it's going to stop you from plunging deeper into debt. But do remember to try and borrow that money at the very lowest rate that you can get. So if it's a toss-up between a standard rate credit card and a bank loan, go for the bank loan. The interest rate will, generally speaking, be much lower, unless you can get yourself a 0% credit card, in which case it might be worth getting the credit card. And just for a bit of a bonus, this is a great time to start saving if you haven't already done it. Ideally, you want a 6-month emergency fund for periods just like this. And whilst this is unprecedented, outside of a pandemic, it is possible that you could lose your job, that there could be a sudden change in your family circumstances that requires you to have emergency money. So if you are okay and you're just making that money stretch, it's a good idea to use any additional income that you can, or any money that you save, to actually put away in a savings account, because right now we don't know how long this period's going to last, and we want to make sure that we are as comfortable as we can be for the duration of it. Good luck with getting those bills paid, and good luck in growing your prosperity. And come back to me at The Financial Style, where of course you'll see me on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m, where I make sure your money makes sense.